Well, listen to what you just said. It's easier to manipulate. So if it's easier to manipulate, if it's easier for one of us to fake evidence, per se, using one, because it is that much more susceptible, then wouldn't it be easier for a ghost to use? Same thing with voice recorders. I see a lot of people go out and buy one of these $100, $200 models of a voice recorder. Buy a cheap one. $30, $40 model. Stick with like Sony or Olympus. Here's why. The more expensive voice recorders you go into, the more filtration they have on them. It records more in the range of the human voice. So that works great for a doctor who's taking notes. But for a paranormal investigator, you want it to record on a more open frequency. But if you make it more interactive using these tools, and you make it a more interactive environment, like me with the kids at my schoolhouse, I like to play chase with them. And I'll say, okay, knock somewhere in the room, and then I'm going to come, try to find you. And then when I get there, go to another place and knock over there, and then I'll try to find you over there. Try to make it fun. If you're dealing with kids, and I see a lot of ghost hunters make this mistake, they put toys on the floor, good idea, but then they say, oh, play with those toys. Could you make that ball move? Could you move those cars? Really? Get on the floor and play with the toys. Really. One reason why that works is, like I said, the interaction. Which brings me to another point. If you want to ghost hunt with people that you have close relationships to. Like for me, it's my family. And here's why. If we can feel the energy of like when a ghost is near or present or in the room, why doesn't it work the other way? Maybe ghosts can feel our energy too. So if you're a better person, you have closer ties to the people you're working with, you're going to be more relaxed, more comfortable, more approachable. Who would you want to hang out with? The guy in the room over there yelling and screaming and barking orders, or the people over in this room having a good time? I have found that some of the times I get the best evidence doing nothing besides sitting in a room and having a conversation with somebody. Play the recording back later, and somebody was joining in that conversation with you. Works very well. And I think a lot of these shows really should start doing more of the interaction, getting a little bit more personal, actually helping. You can help a ghost. You can help things to cross over. Now, I'm not going to get into spiritual labels. I'm not going to say that Jesus is the way. I'm not going to say that Buddha is the way. Because in my experiences, it all works. When you work with cases with the demonic, it doesn't matter if you say, by the power of Christ or by the power of Buddha. That doesn't matter what you say. It's what you feel. As long as the faith is genuine, it works. Now, what I've found in learning, I've worked with a demonologist. He's actually certified with the Vatican. There's only a few of them in the world. Actual certified by the church demonologist. Not one of these people who go out and study it and think that they're demonologists. We're talking a real, honest-to-God demonologist who's been to Italy, has trained with priests. And something that he said to me really made a lot of sense in my experience with ghost hunting. Because a lot of Christians and Catholics will come up to me and say, oh, you're a devil worshiper talking to the dead, and I don't believe in ghosts because your soul's supposed to go straight to heaven and all that kind of stuff. This is where free will comes into play. It seems that when you die and you have that opportunity to cross, that seems to be your last time that you can use your free will. And you can choose not to cross. Now, why would you choose not to cross? Well, there's a lot of different reasons. You got the stereotypical unfinished business, or they don't know that they're dead. Yeah, all that stuff is true and fine, but what I actually find more often than not is it's fear. A lot of people do not take spirituality and their religion, or whatever it is that they believe in, seriously enough while they're alive. Then they die and they cross over and they almost have this oh crap moment. where they go, the afterlife is real. Oh my God, I've done a lot of horrible things in my life. Is there a God on the other side? Is he going to judge me? Am I going to be punished for what I've done? And because of that fear, they choose not to cross. At that point, then it seems like their free will on this world ceases to exist. They're still here, they're kind of trapped here, but their will no longer has any effect here. And at that point, to cross, they need the assistance of a living person, a living will. And if that person genuinely believes and has the faith and believes that they can help, you can actually help things to cross.